Welcome back to the Andrew Tate Show by GSMC Sports, and our final segment of this episode. We're going to dating horror stories. So this is fun for me, Tate, because you're usually doing these with Faith, and so this is a first experience for me to get to talk about some kind of crazy stories with you. Are you ready to hear about this awkward date?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, okay. So it starts out with him picking the restaurant and time for dinner. I looked it up, and I'm reading this in the first person because that's how it's written. This isn't me. I just want to put that out there. Okay. That was probably obvious, but I'm putting that out there anyway. I looked it up, and it was a cute wine bar, so I was fine with it. I got there like 10 minutes late because I didn't want to be the first one there, but I was. So I got a table. The place was really small, and the owner talks to everyone. I waited for like 45 more minutes for this guy to show up to the date as planned. The owner had given me 2 glasses of wine for free for obvious reasons. I was about to leave thinking this is embarrassing when I saw him walk through the door. He came over and was super apologetic, so I sat back down against my better judgment. Our waitress brings out menus, and I hear him make a weird noise. So I ask if he's okay, and he said, "This place is pretty expensive." Again,
Ooh, okay.
He picked it out. So even though I'm super hungry, I said, okay, well, maybe we can just get some appetizers or something to share. He agrees. He decides on calamari. I tell him I have celiac disease and won't be able to eat it, but if that's what he wants, that's fine. Go for it. I ordered cauliflower bites and more wine. As our food is being prepared, he asks me if I know anything about philosophy, and I tell him I studied a bit in college. And he said, I pose a philosophical question. If it wasn't taboo, would you have sex with one of your brothers?
Whoa!
We went from calamari.
Okay, you got my attention here now.
Now, I'm like 4 glasses of wine deep, so I ask him to repeat the question. So he does, and I start laughing and say no. And he asks, but are you thinking in the traditional manner because society tells you it's wrong? I'm so uncomfortable at this point. I say, I feel like there are so many reasons not to have sex with siblings beyond societal expectations, like genetically your kids could be messed up. So it's just not a good look in general. And I don't find my brothers attractive because they're my brothers. Do you want to have sex with your sister? And I swear to God, this grown ASS man said, my sister is really good looking.
Ooh.
And genetically, our kids wouldn't have that many issues. I looked it up. So I just didn't say anything until our food came because
I want those cauliflower bites. I want to get my party cauliflower bites in before I bounce out.
And because what do you follow that up with? So the appetizers get there. He eats all of his and most of mine. And the check comes and he asks to split it. I just throw my card in, wanting to run away so fast. The waitress comes back and tells us his card has been declined. I look at him.
Maybe you should have said yes to brother.
I look at her, and she has this look of, dear God, I am so, so sorry on her face. So I paid for everything. It was $75 total for 2 appetizers and some wine.
Depending on what restaurant you go to.
I know, but I mean, okay, she didn't say anything.
And you don't. And think about it. She's 4 glasses deep into it.
Well,
That could be $100 on itself.
First 2 were free.
Oh, they were?
The owner gave her 2 while she was waiting for him. So anyway, as we're walking out, he asks if I want to do this again. And I said, God, no, never. The sweet owner and sweet waitress called me back saying something was wrong with my payment. I go back and false Romeo leaves. The owner and the waitress had overheard the entire incest conversation, and the owner gave me free dessert and a bottle of wine. I don't think she needs more wine.
It
was a really nice ending to a horrific date. They also didn't want him to follow me home, so I ate gluten-free chocolate cake and drank wine, and we made fun of him for like an hour.
Ooh, see, okay. There's certain things you shouldn't say during a date.
A first date.
Okay. Hey, my sister hot. That's not one of them that should be on there. And would you sleep with one of your brothers unless you mean, would you sleep with a brother? And even that one don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Why is this your first go-to? Is this some sort of litmus test that this man has?
No. What he's trying to do poorly is he came up with the ultimate icebreaker. This is what, listen, when you say, hey, would you sleep with your brother? I think at that point, being nervous about the date is over. You are no longer thinking about like, oh man, is he gonna like me? It's kind of like, oh, what did he just say? Oh, you know what I mean?
Do you think he's trying to judge like the level of how high you let your freak flag fly? Is that just like what he's trying to start gauging?
No, I don't know. It's a tactic, I think, that he was just trying to kind of break the ice and kind of something, maybe. But the fact is, even if you threw something crazy out there, like I'm just throwing crazy questions out there. When you follow up with, did the research, it won't be that bad. I've been researching this for the last 6 months because my sister is hot. That's the problem.
I have a new theory.
Okay, let's go.
He really is attracted to his sister. Maybe they are one of those couples that, you hear about them. Maybe this is just his way. He's trying to date, like to find someone else. No, it doesn't make sense because why is he bringing it up?
Yeah, no. I mean, I hope he's not peeping out his sister. That's kind of...
I thought you were about to say, I hope he's not cheating on his sister.
Well, if they are in a committed relationship, oh, hell no. I don't even know how you get to that level that you're like peeping out your sister. I mean, there's certain things, don't even imply that. As a dude, there's certain things you just don't imply. Like, hey, my sister's hot.
I'm not even saying that as a woman. I do think my brother's hot. Huh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I can honestly say, I've never even commented on my brother's attractiveness or lack thereof. He's my brother.
Yeah, you don't even, for me, I have a sister. It doesn't even cross your mind that way. And it's just kind of, that's just something that just, you don't even think that way. As someone, my sister, some of her friends used to like me. And she was always just grossed out by the fact that they thought I was cute, let alone, crossing those lines. I say no to going on a second date. Absolutely. Secondly, he picked a spot. It was too expensive for him. His card bounced and she had to pay for it all. And the fact that you were so creepy that people tried to rescue you. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. I'm saying, I'm out on this one altogether.
So let's give him some sort of benefit of the doubt just for the sake of the conversation. Because in reality, I'm not giving him benefit of the doubt.
No, I'm not doing anything with this dude.
Let's just say this was something that he thought was a good icebreaker, as you said. What is your go-to like icebreaker conversation? Let's try to break through that initial awkwardness. Do you have one, or do you just see where the conversation takes you?
It sure as heck isn't my sister's hot. Look, what's next? Here's my backup one, Mama.
I've met your mother. Be nice.
You know what I mean? These are not things that go as your backup. That's all I'm just saying. My whole thing is questions are good. That's the cool thing. Talking, asking questions, it kind of keeps you engaged, but not those questions. Not those questions, It'd be better off saying, hey, you got a sister? Is she hot? That's another one. Doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
And questions are good, you're right. But what is it in this guy's thinking process that makes him jump over from do you have siblings to where did you grow up to I don't even know what's your favorite sport to do you think your brother's hot?
Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna give my man the benefit of the doubt.
I thought we agreed not to.
I'm gonna try to give my man the benefit of the doubt. I'm just going to say he was nervous. He was trying to think of something and he just blurted out anything that came to mind.
But he doubled down.
Right. Well, that's anyone. Once you go down that windy road and there's no reverse, he's like, you know what? I kind of researched it. It's not really. I'm hoping he didn't do the research on his sister. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah. I mean,
but there's some creepy dudes out there. When we're doing this, and you see some of these stories of some of these guys, I don't understand when you look at some of the things that some of these guys are doing. From there was one, the guy took a girl to an expensive restaurant, but then took her in the back of the restaurant at the dumpster to get the food. Things like that. As a woman, is that the point when you're like, you know what? I'm done with men. I'm dating women from this point on. Is that the turning point right there?
It could be.
Because when I look at some of these guys and I look at some of the things they toss out there, it's like, nope. That's my last date with a dude at that point.
My weirdest one, and it's nowhere near.
I'm like, you got something close to that?
No. I had a blind date. It was lunch. It was a lunch date. He picked me up from work and we went to lunch. This was when I lived in Texas. And it was fine. I mean, I don't think it would have gone anywhere. I didn't find him that interesting, but it was fine. He seemed nice until he said, you know, I think he was newly divorced. If not divorced, he had just broken up with a girlfriend. He said, my mom told me I should just have sex with as many women as possible. Like, you know, like, okay. I mean, we're not going to, but you think like making it your mom's suggestion is going to make me feel more comfortable? Like, it's nowhere near this conversation. And I still thought red flag and we never went out again.
Okay, here's one of the red flags, and I know a lot of girls are like pro this question. I think girls, that is the ultimate. You are done in my book. You go on a date with someone, you sit down, and they're like, "Where's this going? Do you see me as someone you can marry?" And it's like, no, fool, I haven't even got my appetizer yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta at least wait to the dessert course or something. If you lead out with that, you know what?
I can agree with that.
You're out.
I've never asked that question.
I've had people at the start. Okay, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Am I like someone you'd want to marry? The answer is always no. The fact of the matter is, because someone asked me that question, we might as well just go ahead and part ways. We don't have to go to dinner. We don't have to do the movies or anything else. You go your way, I go my way, because you are automatically in friend zone. Finding out if someone you're gonna marry, that's like, you got to marinate the steaks. You know what I mean? You got to get some seasoning going first. No, that's way too early.
And it's not a fair question, because you can meet someone and initially be like, you're okay. And then as a friendship develops, maybe things change and you do see them as someone you could potentially marry. But
absolutely. There's a lot of times.
Determine that over appetizers.
Right. That's my thing. A lot of times you'll meet a girl and be like, oh, she is awesome. And then 6 months from now, you're like, I can't stand this woman. So asking that on the first date or the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the date or half an hour is absolutely crazy. And that's my rule of just saying, nope. My answer is flat out, when in doubt, throw her butt out. That is my approach. It has served me well. No, I am not. If that was a question that is brought up early on in a relationship, I gotta run.
It's a definite red flag. I mean, I agree.
So
we need some green flags now. I think that's an okay place to when in doubt, throw her butt out. On that note, thank you for tuning in to the Andrew Tate Show by GSMC Sports. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave us a positive review. It really does help. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok for more content and updates. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work.